OSHA's training standard 1926.761 requires that all personnel involved in lifting and rigging operations are properly trained. OSHA 1926.1427, cranes and derricks in construction, requires that all operators are both trained, licensed or certified, and evaluated in accordance with the standard. So, we know that all employees involved in lifting and rigging operations need training. But how much does it cost? Today, Customer Trainer J.T. Farley is going to break down exactly how much you can expect to pay for lifting and rigging training. J.T., let's start with talking about what training offerings does Mazzella offer?
Mazzella offers 3 flavors of training. We have basic rigging and inspection, we have overhead crane operations, and we have signal person.
And all of these trainings are required to be done by a third party?
Technically, someone could do them on their own. OSHA does not require that a third party do this actual training. However, we kind of side against it for the simple fact that there's a lot of preparation, knowledge, and skill that goes into training this type of material, as well as being abreast to the changes in rules and regulations per OSHA and ASME.
A lot of times if you're training someone in-house, it's just the guy who knows how to do the job, right?
Well, like you said, Ben, it's just the guy that knows how to do the job. Is this person actually going to take the time to follow the rules and regulations which OSHA and ASME put out there? Also, are they a trainer? It takes a lot of skill and preparation to disseminate information and transfer skill set so that your team can go out and perform and not get hurt. So that's another reason why you want to get a third party involved, because they've gone through the preparation, they stay abreast to the proper training, and they're prepared to disseminate that information and transfer those skill sets.
Let's talk a little bit about documentation. Is the person who knows how to do the job, is he going to be documented as someone who is able to do that training?
Probably not. Knowing the job and being able to train the job is totally 2 different skill sets. Because if there ever was an investigation or something like that from OSHA, you want to make sure you have the proper documentation showing that this skill set was transferred and was completed.
How much does Mazzella charge for classes or for trainings?
We have a range. Right now, it's from $125 to roughly $500 per learner. And that's depending on any of the trainings that I talked about earlier, whether it be signal person, whether it be overhead crane operations, or basic rigging and inspections.
What are some of the things that affect the cost of a training class?
Class size definitely affects the cost because it is per learner. Normally, if, for example, in an overhead crane operations course, you're looking at up to 10 learners in an 8-hour course. And that's because it's a practical involved. However, in our 4-hour class, we can expand to roughly about 20 learners because we're not doing the practical piece. However, the price may go up because there's more learners.
What's included in some of these training fees?
First of all, you're going to get a full-fledged workbook, OSHA and ASME-compliant. You're going to get your laminated riggers reference cards, pocket guides. You're also going to get a sling pocket guide. So pretty much everything that we go over in regards to safety and inspection, you now have it in your back pocket. So when you go out to the floor, whatever you may have forgotten in class, it's right there for you to be safe. You can pull it right out. You're also going to get a hard hat sticker as well as a pen to ride along with the training class.
Most important, right?
Gotta have that.
You're also gonna get documentation and training records, and we're gonna hold those records, right?
We're gonna hold those records, as well as we're gonna send those records out to the EHS manager so that they have it on hand, as well as we have it if there ever need to be a reprint.
Are there any practical demonstrations or exams or in-field training that they're also going to receive with these classes?
In our overhead crane operations, yes. It's a 4-hour class. Written exam is after the 4-hour class. Then we do a practical exam when we go out to the shop and actually use the crane, do a full-fledged inspection on the crane, and make sure each and every one is capable to operate the crane. The biggest thing is that before you leave our class, the learner feels confident and competent in the job that they're going to be doing.
Are there any hidden costs that you might find you have to pay, like maybe if you want to get certified or something, exam fees and things like that?
Not at all. What we quote to the customer is what they're going to pay.
Often our customers come to us and they say, we need to get our guys certified. Can you explain the difference between competent and qualified versus certified, and will students leave the classroom certified?
About 98% of our clients who we work with for using the overhead crane, the jib crane, gantry crane and things like that, you do not need to be certified per OSHA. Now, OSHA does state that you do need to be trained. So there's a difference in having an NCCCO certification versus being trained and being qualified. Now, after a course with us, are you going to be a smooth operator? Not at all. We recommend that you still get seat time with a mentor, and then your company will certify you as competent after you've gone through our class, after you've proven to them that you can work and operate the crane. That's going to be the difference in a qualified person and a certified person. A certified person would actually go through an accredited college or something like that to be certified as a crane operator or rigger. We offer classes like that through our ITI partner, but as far as Mazzella's offerings, we handle the OSHA and ASME training, and it meets the expectation of what a company and what OSHA would look for.
If someone comes to us and they say, I want my crane operators NCCCO certified, Mazzella can help them get that through our partnership with Industrial Training International. So
Mazzella a while ago has partnered with ITI to bring our customer the same robust training that ITI offer. In our partnership with ITI, if a customer or client decides that they need certification, we will partner with ITI and bring them on, and they'll take it from there to make sure that they have that type of certification.
Is there a price difference if someone's training with a Mazzella trainer like yourself or an ITI trainer?
Yes, there is definitely a price difference. ITI has their own set scale for their training. We have, I would say, more of a range. We customize for our customers as opposed to ITI might have a stringent, this is what you get, this is what you're gonna do. Their price range is a little bit higher than ours.
That was actually my next question, is to talk about customization and if a class can be customized for the customer's needs. Yes, it can. And does that affect the price at all?
We can surely customize, and like I said before, you're looking at a range of $125 to $500 per learner. And it's usually based on the hour as well. So a 1 hour session, you might be looking around in the 100 range. A 6 hour session, you'll be looking at around the 500 range. So that would be the only difference. And once we have that conversation with the customer to figure out what pieces and parts need to be customized, then we can come up with a timeline, and then they will fall into that price range.
How often do you need to train your employees?
OSHA says 3 years, ITI says 2 years, and OSHA's 3 years is a recommendation, okay? It's not a requirement. Based on when retraining is necessary is really up to the company.
But before someone operates a crane, so let's say you're only going to a company every 3 years, but they get some new hires in there.
Sure.
In between that time, they need to be trained before they operate a crane, correct?
100%, absolutely.
So do we offer refresher courses, and is there any discount for returning customers like that?
100% we offer refresher courses, as well as there is a discount, because in a refresher course, if I had an 8-hour training class with you last year and you're now doing a refresher course with me, we're looking at about only 2 hours, so it's going to be a significant discount.
Let's talk about free training. A lot of companies out there offer free training. Why aren't our classes free, and why should you be wary of maybe a free training class?
It's usually a sales pitch, and it's usually about maybe a 30-minute, possibly 45-minute blurb about some equipment, but it's not necessarily an actual training.
Well, and that person might not have any documentation that they are competent to be able to train.
Definitely, I would be wary of that. I mean, it does sound good. Free always sounds good, right? But normally, what I found is usually a sales pitch for other things.
How does proper training help improve workplace safety and compliance?
When it's done in proper, it can cost you more than you want. It can cost someone their life. So proper training is mandatory, and it's very important that you have someone like myself or Mazzella able to come out and teach you the right way. It can be very costly to a company. Hefty fines can be imposed if they don't have the proper training in place. Online, I was looking, it was anywhere from $15,625 per incident, all the way up to $156,256 per incident. So that's a wide range. It can become quite hefty for any company for not following those compliance rules.
Well, thanks, JT.
Well, thank you, Ben. It's truly a pleasure.
I hope this video has given you the information that you need so you can properly plan and budget for your training requirements in lifting and rigging. If you need help with training, Mazzella's here to help. Not to mention, we can help with all of your lifting operations, from cranes, crane service, inspections, lifters, and rigging. Feel free to give us a call or contact us through the link below. If you found this video useful, informative, entertaining, or you just feel like being friendly, then hit that like button so we can get this information out to everyone who needs it. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video. If you have a question, drop it in the comments so we can get you an answer. Remember, safe rigging is smart rigging. My name is Ben. Stay safe out there.